question just now. And I bought the course assessment. Okay, thank you, Maren. Of course, before we go for that part, I will try to share this content. Okay. Okay. Assessment. So this is the assessment for our subject, RES, the energy. It's a very straightforward quiz. We will conduct four times. And normally I will go for the quizzes via ULearn. Okay. So I will inform you guys on the details, let's say the day, the time of the session, so you can go for your quiz. Okay. So you will go for four types for quizzes, which mean one quiz equivalent to the 2.5%. Okay, times 4, 10%. Okay, and also project or assignment, only one project or assignment equivalent to the 10%. I'm still not decide what is your project or assignment, or I still not decide either individual or group, but I will inform you later once I finish all the question. Okay, don't be afraid. Normally the level of the difficulty of the project or the assignment will equivalent more or less appropriately with the number of group or student, which is, let's say, the very straightforward assignment or easy assignment. So you can go for the individual, but let's say for the quite open-ended or discussion or high level of the assignment or project, so we will form in the form of group. So no problem. So I will think about it later. In terms of the midterm, so of course we will conduct it via online. Still two questions, and then each question contribute to the 10%, which is consists of 20%. Okay. So, and of course final examination also via the online, either from the final examination portal, but this time around we will go for the only 3 questions, and all the question is compulsory to be answered by the student. Okay, so in overall total is 100%. So normally my subject, the student who get the A will go for the good marks for the course, I mean the coursework, and then they can answer the final examination quite good, so that in total they will manage to get the good result. But this time around, this is the first time to conduct the online final exam for the renewable energy. I'm not sure whether it will give you the advantage or disadvantages to score the subject. Okay, but of course, when we go for the final examination, which is the online, so the difficulty of the question need to be slightly raised to be the open-ended question, or else means that might be perhaps not available in the internet if you are searching for the answer, but still it depends on your understanding based on your opinion to fit the question tailor with your answer. Okay, so in other words, you need to very well understand the content of the subject, uh, to implement or to tailor with your answer for the question for your examination to manage to go for the very good marks. Okay, so that's about the assessment. Any questions about the assessment? Yeah, no? Okay, everybody knows. Okay, okay. Okay, so now and onward, today uh, we just go for the very basic or introductory related to the RE. Right? So after that, we can go detail maybe next following weeks lah. Today just give you the basic idea related to the RE subject according to the teaching plan, according to the assessment, okay, so that we can have a good discussion there. Okay, so this is the learning outcome for this subject, renewable energy system. Calculate the potential output for renewable energy application. Okay, normally this part we will go for the solar. Okay, we try to calculate the solar energy output based on the uh, crucial information, yeah, from the sun ray and etc. And also maybe we can also calculate the power generated by the hydro or else from the wind. Okay, because we know that renewable energy, uh, most of the common renewable energy is from sun, from wind, and from water or hydro. So we expect able to calculate this resource to become a part of the power for the energy application. Number two, design the techno economics of standalone renewable energy system based on consumption data, local weather, and current technology. Okay, this you need to cover most of the renewable energy technology, uh, just to know the advantage and disadvantages to be implemented as a part of your energy resources. Okay. And last but not least, evaluate the scenario of renewable energy question, which is energy policy in Malaysia. So this one is related to the policy. What is the Malaysia stand for the RES or renewable energy policy, so that we know the spirit, the motivation, the works towards to RE implementation in Malaysia basically. Okay, so these three things should be obtained by the student at the end of the semester. Okay, next, one of the chapter that we will cover is the introduction of the renewable energy, which is we will cover afterward, after we go for the session. Yeah. So basically, YIRE, Malaysia Energy Policy. So that's the basic thing that we need to cover for this subject. Okay. So okay, and then we go to the chapter two, introduction to the solar energy, and then we go for the solar photovoltaic thermal, and then solar thermal. Okay. So we will go what is the type of the solar photovoltaic thermal, which one is the give you the good efficiency, what is the advantages. Okay. So basically that's the photovoltaic. And then for the solar thermal, with the same goes, how to do the maybe the design, what is the expected result from the solar thermal, what is the maximum temperature that solar thermal can achieve or can obtain. So what is the room of the improvement that we can do for the solar thermal. So that is thing we will cover on the chapter 2. So basically, solar photovoltaic is a device to produce the electric from the sun ray. But for the solar thermal, it's a device to produce the useful heat for the application. Depends on the range of the thermal application, either high, medium, or low thermal application. Okay, so that's the basic thing related to the chapter 2, solar energy. And of course, when we deal with the solar energy, some of the information, basic information that we need to know regarding to the four season country, related to the equator, related to the position, the best position of the solar module. So that one we will cover as well during the session. Okay. Of course, this one, the type of the solar thin film, monosilicon, polycrystalline, okay, is the flexible or thin film of the PV, okay, using for the application and etc. This still in the chapter 2, covered for the solar thermal, okay, the application. This the solar farm with the solar concentrator, solar tower. Okay, is a point to the concentrate all the heat to generate the power, solar air, etc. So this is the thing. Okay. Next, chapter 3, we will cover the hydro energy related to the water. Okay. So how to calculate specifically the hydro energy. Okay. So it depends based on the turbine, type of turbine that we need to select, based on the condition of the dam or flow rate. So then the things we need to cover as well for the hydro energy. And also the principle, how it works. Okay. Impact and techno-economics. And then of course, we go for the chapter 4, biomass. Okay. Biomass are related to the process specifically. And then for the resource that come from the biomass, that we what is the process that we can convert the biomass to become energy. They have a few or several process that we need to know to convert the the biomass. Of course, several step or process give you the advantage and disadvantages, which is you need to know. Okay, so that's the basic related to the biomass. Okay. Next, wind energy. Okay, so of course, we need to determine what is the suitable type of wind energy and with type of turbine, okay, and the economic impacts. So that's why also we will cover during this class. Okay. Maybe you can compare what is the best renewable energy that we can offer. Okay. Either the solar, wind, hydro, biomass. So that's the thing that we can try to discuss during the class. Yeah, the most or the least renewable energy that been used for our country, geothermal. Okay. So at least we can have the idea how it work and how it benefit to the country that use this system. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not so sure whether this unfortunately or fortunately, Malaysia is not that much using this kind of approach, but we will try to cover as at least to give you some sort of the idea uh, how it work or what is the advantages and what is the disadvantages. Okay. And then we go for the marine or tidal or wave or otak. So it's related to the what or the sea punya, uh, sea punya, the sea condition or water condition. Okay, the wave, yeah, otak. So that's the thing. Of course, this also is a very minimum application or implementation for our country, but then we need to know the basic principle how it's work, advantages and disadvantages, or and what is the limitation we are facing to implement this kind of approach. Last but not least, just to give you some sort of the idea, the fuel cell, hydrogen, and clean energy, it depends. If you have the time, maybe we try to look this part based in a surface. If not, we just go for very overview related to the fuel cell, hydrogen, and nuclear energy. So bear in your mind, this fuel cell, hydrogen, and nuclear energy is not a part of the renewable energy. We claim that as an alternative energy, which we can produce. Okay, so that is the brief related to the chapter we will need to cover for this entire semester. Okay, so by having this kind of information, I will stop sharing this one. Stop sharing. Okay, so any questions so far? We just go very straightforward. Oh, we reach 50 participants. Oh, okay, okay, good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Share, like, subscribe. Okay. Okay, if you do not have any question related to the material that I've been sharing with you guys, so can you jot down in the chat column what is playing in your mind? What do you want to know related to the renewable energy? Uh, just a very short and quick question. Actually, what you expect or what you want to know if you enter this class for renewable energy? Maybe previously you wonder, sir, okay, maybe let's say, why this kind of renewable energy placement mostly slanting? Maybe what is the maximum can be produced by the solar energy, or what is the maximum energy that can be produced by the wind? So anything about the renewable energy, if you want to ask, if you it's related to the thing that you are wonder lah previously kan before you enter the class. So that I will try to cover maybe afterward or maybe during the session when we meet the chapter, then we can try to discuss it in the form of the better way lah. More 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 information related to things. Anyone? Anything? Before while we're waiting for the chatting column to be addressed by the student. Um, so see, okay, I think normally we only can get this 51 or above the 50 during the first class. I mean, during the first week of the class. Afterward, I think it should be can less than this lah. But I think still a good name. It's a good participation from the student. Okay, I will try to call, I mean, to ask lah, to ask or to call the person. Um, ramai kan? Uh, Giat ada Giat. Are you orang Giat? Giat. G. Are you orang G? Because I have seen his name just now. Warren. Okay, I'm in KL. It's okay. It's okay. It's never mind. G, you are in KL. I just want to ensure you are around. No problem. You are taking care of your father, right? Okay, okay, okay. Good, 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 good. So maintain as a good son. Okay, no problem. Okay. There's only one student from international student. I mean, G is from Yemen, if I'm not mistaken. There's anyone else from international? I mean, international student. Only G. Khalid, okay. Oh, Khalid. Yes, 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 Khalid. Khalid, can you show me your face for a while? I can get you. Because I think this is the first time, right? You are entering my class, Khalid. Who's the lucky one? Okay. G, after with this, for the others lah, I know you, but for the others lah, G. Where are you? Okay, make yourself available. Khalid and G. Wah, Khalid, you are the man. That's why I want to. Okay, I will show my phone as well. Okay, wait. Where is my video? Khalid, where's your Khalid? Yeah, Khalid. Yo. Okay, where's G? G also have that kind of appearance, but smaller than you. Okay. where, where, where where is G? G? We're waiting for the G. Hands. Okay, which one handsome? Which one? Okay, Khalid, where are you from?
I'm from Sudan.
Oh, you are from Sudan. Okay, 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 okay. You are same with the Sedi?
Yeah, same.
Same is that same from Sudan, but not same
Yes,
intake.
in different states. Yeah, different states.
Okay, 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 okay. So in Sudan, they managed to go for the four season or same like Malaysia?
Uh, it's like 3 seasons only.
Okay, okay. So that's the beauty of this class. For the rest, because what? We have the friend from the Yaman, we have the friend from the Sudan that we can compare. Is that feasible as well for them to implement those of the renewable energy sources? For example, the solar, wind, biomass, of course, hydro, to be implemented at their place. Okay, because the environmental condition for sure relatively different. For example, Malaysia, uh, in the range of the nearby the equator, the Khatulistiwa equator, in the middle of the circle of the earth. But Sudan
Yeah.
should be upward or downward from the
No, it's
equator?
same as
Downward,
Malaysia. Yeah.
downward Malaysia.
No,
Okay,
no.
do you know what is the degree or what is the same? Oh,
Uh,
same line.
yeah, same. Yeah.
Oh, same at the equator, more or less. Are you Poria, Khaled? Come on.
No, it's not like it's only it's called the winter
The
is like
longitude.
yeah.
Okay, okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, after this, guys, we will try to go the exercises or the discussion. We will also consider our friends' geographical condition, which is maybe after this, we go for the Malaysia condition, we go for the Sudan condition, we can go for the Yemen condition. Then we can compare. Is that the possible way? Is that the same approach? How we assess or evaluate the certain thing related to the renewable energy sources. So thank you,
All
Khalid. Okay, you can off your video. It's quite
right. All right.
interesting. I will also off my video.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay. So just to save the data lah. Okay, Khalid. Thank you, Khalid, for your cooperation. Um. Okay. Anything you want to know related to the renewable energy, guys? Before we go quite um, quite technical parts related to the first chapter. Just anything related to the RE. What's your wonder? Okay, I just mentioned this one. Okay, so one from our friend, did renewable energy bring environmental impact? Okay, so thank you for your response. Okay, related to the impact, I would say in general they claim there's no impact. there's no impact means that the basic of the purpose of the renewable energy is to cover the depletion of the oil and gas. I mean the utilization of the oil and gas, because when we use for the oil and gas or to convert to the energy, and at a certain part of the period of time, maybe the depletion of the oil and gas will persuade us to go for the coal. I mean the coal, which is very high emission of carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, CO2. So by having the renewable energy, for example, the sun, from the hydro, so we just go for the free resource. For example, we just taking for the hydro, okay, free resource from the hydro. And another keyword for the renewable energy is the abundant resource, which is we have a lot. For example, let's say we go for the sun. So we have the sun until when? Until when? We have the sun until 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 end of the world. Okay, can I say that? Okay. So since the sun is available, so you may gain the free resource. You may gain the free resource, which is the less environment impact. But then the subject matter to that one, because even the sun is free resource and clean resource, but the process to develop the technology might be affect to the environment. For example, let's say they go for the producing the solar panel or solar module, okay, or photovoltaic module. Of course, they need to mix with the chemical usage to form the wafer and etc. Okay, so at a certain point, they claim that's the harmful or impact to the environment. But in general, we can claim that the RE resource is the one of the potential energy resource that can be combined with the available conventional resource from our country to be supported to avoid or to eliminate the faster decrement for the energy, or else we do not have any dependent energy, that we have the trouble in terms of the energy security. Okay, so basically, for now, that's my answer, Aaron, related to the environmental impact. So they ask, sir, what do you think about this of electric vehicle? What they implement in Malaysia? Tesla has been supported. Okay, good question. This one is the private, but go for the. Okay, so okay, no problem. Yes. I'm the one also is a team of looking forward for that kind of electric vehicle. I think technically for Malaysia, um, it may affect to the entire supply chain of the project. For example, we have the oil and gas. Okay, so and we already set up the proper supply chain of that thing. So to go for the Tesla, I mean to go for the electric car or electric vehicle, so you do not only need to have the electric vehicle only, but you need to compromise all the related chain related for the, let's say, for the charging point, charging station, everything. So I think for now, that's the limitation, because we are go for the existing condition, which is oil and gas. So in other way or such a way, maybe there's a future competitor, I would say, the rival for the business itself, because you are go for the electric vehicle, and you are also the oil and gas punya industry to be implemented in this country. So that this kind of conflict need to be settled it first before we go for the next issue to become the successful vehicle, electric vehicle. I think that's the major concern lah, engagement related to the Tesla, I mean the electrical vehicle, because we are the one who abundant resource of the compared to the other country lah, compared to the other country related to the those who country are not having the oil and gas, kan? So that kind of business supply chain should be preserved again. So maybe that is the one point why is not go that far. Yes, betul betul. But that we are ready. Okay, I just read the things. From what I know, we mine for oil, gas, we sold anyway. We can use the money earned to invest in electric vehicle and everything instead of purchasing the. Yes, it is. But is that? I think the concept is like this. Is that we are preparing to build the another, I would say the another factory of the electrical vehicle, or we try to embed the existing factory of the automotive company to go for that electrical vehicle. So that is the issue as well. Kan the skill, the technology, the knowledge itself. So need to be there. Okay? Otherwise, it will be have another issue related to the use of the technology instead of the owner of the technology. Okay. So you guys is the person who will go for the spirit of promoting the renewable energy. Let's say after you are graduated, you become a manager at your company and try to convince the management to use the renewable energy as a part of your energy resource. Kan? So you are the one. I think so. When we go to the basic, it's a very straightforward. Those who are not into the field of the renewable energy, they cannot appreciate the things. So I would expect you guys when you are enter this class and know about the advantage and disadvantages or limitation related to the renewable energy. Maybe after you are going to the industry or working life, so maybe you can have some sort of the idea to propose to the management to implement or to embed the renewable energy as a part of your solution in terms of the energy resource. Okay, or else if you are the one who take this subject also cannot promote the RE, do you think the others who are not in this field will promote for us? Not that easy, right? So I'm hoping that they say after you are entering the working life, let's say for the big industry or big company related to the energy, so maybe you can try to propose a good solution related to the energy security to be implemented to your company, or maybe it's the good option to consider. It's a part of the promising energy resource for your company or your working place. Okay. Okay, so we are the fighter for the RE for the future lah. Okay, so I've been do my part. Yeah, I'm doing the RE work, RE project, everything, and also I also try to give you as good as I can for the RE knowledge. So next, you guys is a person to implement or maybe to apply those knowledge to be used for your section, for your company, perhaps. Okay. From my point of view, I would say not that much because we only cover for the hydro. Hydro is a very straightforward. We just build the dam and then we can go for the hydroelectric. But for the PV and solar thermal, it's still in the lower range because the issue of the initial investment they need to put place. For example, uh, for let's say we know the advantages of using the solar, for example, but most of the industry need to invest a quite huge of capital amount at the early stage. They do not they can't wait for the ROI for, let's say, five years or 6 years back. So I think the progress for depends for the specific case. For the solar in the range of 10%, I would say 10 to 15%. For the hydro, yes, it can go for very conventional part. Uh, Biomass on the certain industry, which is we also covered that one. I would say we in the scale of 1 to 5 in terms of the progress. I would say we are in the range of the two. If I say that, if I can say that two out of five, two over five, 20%. But we are moving forward with the maybe from you guys, a new expert related to the RE to solve to help the country to propose the things, maybe perhaps related to the case. Yeah. Khalid, how about your RE in your country in Sudan? What is the most prominent RE that they are used for the country? Khalid, Khalid, where are you? Okay, Khalid going to breakfast. Okay, no problem. Okay, G, are you around, G? I think that is my personal opinion, okay, Jun,
Yes,
related
yes,
to the.
doctor.
Yes, yes. Okay, G, what is
Yes,
the
sir.
most popular, I would say, most most been used as a part of the RE resource in Yemen? Any
So far
idea?
is the solar these days
That's all as
in
well.
Yemen. Yeah,
Okay,
now
okay, okay, okay.
most of the roads in the capital city, they use the solar system to light out the streets and the
Okay.
neighborhoods. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay, good. So mostly at Yaman they go for solar instead of the others lah, for the RE.
Yeah, yeah. Most is
Okay,
the
okay.
solar system.
Alright. Thank you. Okay, so is that they install the solar, I mean, connect to the grid, or they go for the standalone or the battery system?
Some of them they go to the battery houses. They go for the
Okay,
battery system to
okay.
storage the battery. Then they make the battery
Yeah.
to light up the house.
Okay, good. So,
Yeah,
okay.
and some
Alright. Okay, good. Okay, good. So thank you for sharing, G.
okay. Mm.
Okay. Anyone? Okay. So while waiting the question from the others, just go for the next. So we should end the session at 11 kan? So it's 10. Right. Okay. 11. So, okay. I will try to share the slide. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, share the slide. Do you get the slide over there? Renewable energy in Malaysia. So after this, maybe you can have renewable energy in Sudan or energy in Yemen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Before we go further, let me I'll try to study my first. I will try to call upon anyone. Fatin Hanani, ada tak? Fatin Hanani, are you around? Tu ada. Okay. Fatin, anything you want to know? What is your expectation related to the RE before we start the class? Can't hear you. I can't hear you. Not that clear. Maybe you can try to check, or maybe you can.
Nothing I want to ask.
Nothing you want to ask. Maybe meaning that you already know everything about the RE lah. Very good. Good. Okay, as long you can respond, it's okay. Like, Raymond, are you around, Raymond? Okay, thank you, Farhanani, for the.
Yes.
Okay, Raymond, anything you want to know? What you expect? What you wonder related to the RE? If sir can try to ask or try to share the information.
Actually, how is this course going to help us during our employment letter?
Employment letter.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, it's a very straightforward. If you are go for the industry, for which are related to the energy, so you may propose to the top management or maybe to your department to consider the condition of the implementing the RE is a part of your energy resource. Because what? Let's say for the industry, they have their own tariff for the billing or electricity bills. So by having the implementation of the RE, it might perhaps can reduce your expenditure related to the overhead costs related to the billing, so that after certain years, ROI, perhaps return on investment, you can gain the benefit by implementing such a wise RE resource. Can I say that, Raymond?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So basically, that's the crucial of I would say the RE, because what? Most of you will enter the job or the industry, of course, related to the energy. If not the specific energy, we'll use the electricity as a part of your energy. So it can be embedded as a part of the solution to reduce the overhead cost of the company by reducing or implementing the RE as a part of your solution. Because of course, the electricity for the domestic are different to the industry based on the kilowatt or the voltage they are used. So by having this kind of option, to have the possible to reduce the cost at the same time to gain the better gain or range of benefit related to the operational. Okay, Raymond, thank you for the question. Okay, maybe you can go for the last question before we start the session. Maybe we can go for the who's the lucky one? Irfan Nazan. Irfan, are you around, Irfan? While waiting for the Irfan, I will ask the Ng Kaijun. I would say no. Okay, it's a very straightforward, right? I would say no, because what? No engineer. No, I would say no, because mostly they will go for the energy manager, which is related to the energy management. For the RE specifically, no, because we just started to develop this RE expert by involving the RE sector, which is most of them related to the manufacturing, to produce the device, not as a implementation or decision maker for that certain company or industry. So that we have the manufacturer, local manufacturer, but then if we lack of the person who can appreciate the RE resource, so that's the start point, to increase the awareness, to increase the implementation of the RE in this country. So I would say they can approach. Okay, Jun. Okay, for no question. So I will ask another one. Hanisa. Hanisa? Do you know Hanisa? Any question? Okay. While waiting for the Hanisa, asking the question from Kejun, difference between energy management and RE. Energy management, you have the energy. Okay, you have the energy, and then you need to audit, you need to monitor, you need to assess, and you need to propose. And when you need to propose, maybe one of the propose is to implement the RE. If the RE is already there in the company or in the industry, you need as well to assess by using the knowledge of the energy management to assess the things. If you think that it's not sufficient or is that over design, so you may propose to produce the better design of the RE. So is very straightforward related to the difference between the energy management and RE. Energy management can be include the source, not non-RE, but RE specifically to the source of energy from the source of renewable energy. Okay. Energy management related to the things that you have the existing energy at your industry or company, but then you need to assess, is that you go for the very high consumption for that certain area. For example, let's say you are go for the high consumption of your air conditioning system at your company, which is maybe hit to 80% of the utilization. So by having the knowledge of the energy management, we need to investigate how to reduce the consumption, let's say by putting the sensor or putting the schedule for that operational, so that can go for the lower consumption, because the conditioning will affect to the high consumption of the tariff. So kind of approach for the energy management and the RE. Okay, okay. RE is specialized in improving the efficiency of the RE. Yes, you can go for that concern as well, to improve the efficiency of the RE. But then the RE itself is the thing you need to go for the optimization of design, right? So let's say I just give you a very straightforward example. Let's say our house need let's say 5 kilowatt to produce is a daily daytime or monthly basis. But then you try to suggest the PV, which is should be, let's say you just need to 10 PV for a solar module, but you go for, let's say, 50 solar module. So that kind of knowledge or justification, no more wise energy management, because what? It should be you can optimize your design for the 5 kilowatt, let's say for the 10 PV, but you are just put the RE just to claim that this is the RE, but you go for the 50 PV. So that's not the approach that we want to look for. For if we go for the RE, we go for the RE with the optimized design. It's not for just the sake of we are using the RE, but we ignore the concern of the optimization. On toilet. Okay, wait. Okay. It's okay, Hanisa, no problem. So to the implementation of the new RE approach, more or less to go for the better efficiency and lower cost because we have already the type of the RE. So for now, we are struggling to lower the cost and to improve the efficiency for each respective type of RE. Okay. Okay, welcome. Okay, Anissa, go to toilet. Okay, no problem. Go to toilet. Okay. I think I want to meet one guy lah. Last. Zakwan, dia lah. Zakwan. Zakwan. Hello, Zakwan. Are you around, Zakwan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Zakwan, any question? Anything you want to know about the RE? Or you already cover all the RE issue, then you can know the question. Okay. Anything related to the RE? If you want to know, or you want to explanation, or if you want to things related to the concern of the RE, if any.
No have, no.
No have? Okay, very good. No have. Okay. No problem. Okay. So we go for the Lim Yin Chi. Lim Yin Chi. Betul kan? Lim Yin Chi. Any? Lim Yin Chi? Any question? Okay. Okay, no question. Okay, it's okay lah. So we just proceed the session. Okay, but if anything, you just jot down in the chatting column too. Then I will try to answer. Okay, before I forgot. Okay, for G and Khalid, no worries. Let's say I'm speaking in Bahasa, because the moment I'm speaking in Bahasa means that not related to enter in the examination. Okay. G and Khalid, the moment I speak in Bahasa, okay, the thing not consider is a part of the things that will assess in your examination. So no worries. Okay. Okay. Welcome. G. Uh, G, your PA is Dean, right? Your advisory. Okay, Khaled, who is your PA? Apa? Advisory lecturer. PA. Penasihat academic advisor. Who is your Dr. Ridwan? Ridwan Makdan. The head of department. Okay, good. So those is a very taking care by the good person. Okay, so we try to share this one. We just go this one maybe up to not more than 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Because it's a very straightforward. Share content. Okay. Okay, so this is the thing. So we try to cover this part, everybody. Renewable energy in Malaysia, lesson learned. Okay. So today, for this session, we just focus on this second part, that energy policy. Okay, energy policy. Energy policy. We will try to cover this one. Okay. So I will skip this one. Where is the thing? Wait, hold on. Go for the energy policy. Hold on. Okay. 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 Betul. Salah. Okay, so this one. Okay, energy policy. So throughout the years for Malaysia, so this is the, I would say, the important remarks related to the energy policy in Malaysia. Maybe afterward, G and Khalid try to list down as well for your country, Sudan and Yemen, how it goes for your energy policy. For Malaysia, this the I would say the prominent energy policy that towards for the RE implementation. So we start from the 1975 when the Malaysia discovered the oil, okay, National Petroleum Policy, okay, and then after that they go for the National Energy Policy 1979, okay, and then knowing that the oil and gas not last long, so they go for another policy for National Depletion Policy 1980, and then to conserve, eh, which is not depends on the oil and gas, they go for the four fuel diversification policy, which is combination of the petrol, natural gas, coal, okay, and hydro. So it's just the matter to ensure that the depletion of the oil and gas is not that drastic, okay. And then start from 2001, the national, our country claim the RE as a fifth fuel for in 2001, okay. So and then for the 2010, they go for the RE as a policy and action plan 2010. So in other words, so RE in Malaysia in the form of the policy start in 2000, okay, and now we are in the 2020, and the RE policy come after the last 10 years, which is RE policy and action plan. So now we are try to meet the Malaysia plan, Rancangan Malaysia, just to improve or to increase the utilization of the RE in our country. Okay, so maybe for Khalid and G, you can go for your own country by having this kind of arrangement related to the energy policy. Okay, so energy policy in 1979, as I mentioned just now, to ensure the provision and liquid resource, kan, okay, energy supply to the sustainable development. Okay. So, but the idea is like the moment you get the oil and gas, so you start to impose some of the statement that adequate, secure, and cost-effective energy supply. Utilization to promote the efficient utilization, environment to minimize negative impact, and energy production, transport, conversion, and consumption, and on the environment. So they're considering this kind of three issue: supply, utilization, and environment for the first start of the energy policy. And then fifth fuel, at the end of the 2000 or 1999, encouraged to utilize the renewable energy source, biomass, solar, mini hydro, additional source of electricity generation. Okay. By 2005, RE expected to contribute approximately 5% of the grid connected production of electricity. The grid connected means that, let's say, the renewable energy that we produce need to be tapped at the grid electricity bit from the TNB. It's not based on the standalone or based on the battery. Okay, so by having this 5%. And then existing facility producing electricity from biomass, mostly in palm oil, connected. Okay, so mostly this part cover from the industry that related to the palm oil industry, which is they have the residue of the palm oil itself, okay, to be converted as a part of the electricity by having the biomass approach. Okay, so this is the thing. So this the I would say the aim for the thing. National Petroleum Policy 1979, National Energy Policy certified 79. Okay. And then National Depletion Policy 1980. For the lifespan of the nation oil and gas reserve. So very straightforward. I mean, we can go for the and then we go for the fuel policy and policy. It will ensure reliability, secure of supply, diversification. Fuel 2001, as I mentioned just now, encourage the utilization of the RE, biomass, solar, and hydro. Renewable energy policy and action plan outline the strategy to promote RE in the country. The main line in the feed-in tariff mechanism. Okay. Feed-in tariff mechanism. Anyone can share what is the meaning of the feed-in tariff mechanism? Okay. Feed-in tariff mechanism. Anyone can share? What is the meaning of the song? Feed-in tariff mechanism. G or Khalid, in your country, they are using this one, feed-in tariff mechanism? Or you do not have any idea what is the feed-in tariff mechanism? This one, this feed-in tariff mechanism. Feed-in tariff, FIT. Stop sharing. Oh, very good. Very transparent. Khalid. Yes. Anyone? Anyone want to share what is the meaning of the feed-in tariff? You may Google or you may check in the net everything. We just end of the class. Sikit lagi. Feed-in tariff. FIT, I would say this one. They call this one FIT. FIT. Feed-in tariff. Tanya ni lah. I'll try to ask Aida Nazurah. Aida Nazurah, are you around? Yes, I'm here. Okay. Aida Nazurah, any idea what is the meaning of FIT? Any try to Google ke whatever ke? A project created to earn or increase investment in RE reserve. Okay. Thank you, Ang Chan Yong. Thank you. You are almost there. Okay. I will wait for the Aida Nazura first to answer, and then I will try to conclude everything for today's class. Hello, Nazura. Anything? Anyone? Anything? Or anyone want to help Aida Nazura? afterward we will try to see everybody face lah. So maybe those who are girl or woman try to wearing your scarf, kan, tudung, sikit-sikit rambut sikit, then kita tengok, just want to see each of you lah before we end the session, just to get. It's about offering long-term power purchasing contract to RE producer at a fixed premium rate. Oh, and why this one is the question mark? You ask Sir back. Or that what is the answer? Or what? I don't know. Zura. Okay, basically, maybe this answer can be useful for information for the G and Khalid to be implemented in your country. Okay, because what? For the FIT, or previously we call it as a feed-in tariff, they make the, I would say, the agreement from the electric producer and also to the domestic or to the user. The producer, I mean, for Malaysia is the TNB lah. Okay, so how they try to implement the FIT? Let's say our house use 3 kilowatt power, for example. And at the same time, we install the PV, and our PV produce 5 kilowatt power. Okay, so our house use 3 kilowatt, but we install the solar system 5 kilowatt. So what is the FIT do? 5 kilowatt from the solar will minus the utilization of the 3 kilowatt from the house, okay, and then the remaining 2 kilowatt which generated from the solar will be sold to the TNB as a benefit to the user. Okay, so we can make money by the scheme of the feed-in tariff. So that's the basic explanation related to the FIT. We using 3 kilowatt, but we install the system of the RE or at that time is the solar 5 kilowatt. So the remaining 2 kilowatt we can sell to the TNB or to the electric provider, so that we can earn the money from the TNB, which is we are the user that selling the energy to the energy provider for our country. So that's the scheme of the FIT during that time. Everybody clear on that? Okay, good. Thank you. So, I'm not sure. Okay, the issue is like this. When they go that approach, they have also the quota. Quota means that they say only total in the country only have, let's say, 1,000 kilowatt only. Okay, let's say 1,000 kilowatt only. So, the rich people take this kind of advantage and exploit the system by installing huge amount of the kilowatt on their residential, and yet they gain the revenue by that system, by that kind of FIT approach, so that after certain and a while they stop the I would say the program, because first, the quota is finished. Secondly, due to the some of the person or the person, I would say the person, the person who exploit the system, okay, which is should be go for the per person reach certain kilowatt, but they go for the huge amount of the kilowatt and gain the benefit on it, which is we cannot diversify the utilization of the solar thermal to the others. Okay, so that's why they now stop the scheme of the FIT. But I think maybe for the future improvement, they need to try to control in terms of the ownership, let's say not more than 10 kilowatt or something like that, just to ensure that it can be run successfully. But then, of course, there's a many way just to to break through the system. Right? So that's the basic thing, how the FIT, the mechanism of the FIT. Okay, so that's the